Okay, so here we are, October 13th. Just got done with my friend Roxanne and went through the hives and looking at everything. And unfortunately, bad news, everybody. Hive number 1 is gone, and this is the reason why these freaking yellow jackets are everywhere. They've decimated my hive. They got in, they killed the queen, they killed all the bees that were inside of it. We completely closed up the entire entrance. This hive is full of yellow jackets inside. So that is really discouraging. That's really disappointing. Hives are kind of a big investment, obviously. So now I have to buy, in the springtime I will have to buy another hive, and I'll have to try to repurpose this one again next spring. But I guess I only have to worry about overwintering one hive. That's going to be hive number 2. Went in and I looked at this one just a couple weeks ago, and the numbers looked really good in there. Was able to see my queen. I had plenty of bees in there. So, but this hive I had concerns with on my last hive inspection because my numbers were very small. The queen was still in there just 2 weeks ago. So in 2 weeks' time, sometime, I don't know if it would have been our big windstorm or what would have happened, but we got all these yellow jackets. I don't know if you can see them or if the camera's picking them up flying around, but when I opened up this hive, there were tons and tons of yellow jackets in there. So very sad, very disappointing. That just means that, you know, if they're inside the hive to that degree, then all the bees are dead, the queen's dead. They probably ate her, so but yeah, we'll just come over here on a happier note on hive number 2. Sorry if you see me smooshing stuff, it's because there's still yellow jackets around. So I'm cautiously optimistic that this hive is going to do okay. You can still see we have the robbing screens on there. Roxanne did another suggestion that I had not heard of before, to use Vicks Vapor Rub, and we went around and we hit all of the boxes, everywhere that maybe something else can smell honey. So I Vicks Vapor Rubbed everything on this hive to try to deter anything else from smelling honey. So if it's gonna deter them from smelling the honey, then obviously they're not going to hopefully have an infestation like I did on hive number 1. You can still see my guard bees on this one are doing really good. I'm just gonna come in a little bit here. Sorry, I don't have my little tripod, so I'm just going off of hand here. So I'm gonna try to hold still so you guys can see this. So at least we'll end on a happy note. I still have a good amount of bees in here, but there are yellow jackets that are trying to invade the hive. So I'll try to kill that guy. Okay, he's dead. Sorry. So I did actually see a couple of bigger drones when I was over here with Roxanne. Still have some drones trying to come and go in and out of the hive, which I find funny. I don't know if they were kicked out and then they're just trying to fly back in. Most of the time they will kind of like rip their wings off and kind of kick them out. But I don't know, these were flying drones, so unless they came from another colony somewhere. But yeah, they're not getting in. The worker bees are not letting drones in at this time. The colony will shrink in size. So the idea behind that is they're taking all the non-essential bees out of the hive. Drones only do a couple things. They mate with queens in the springtime, and they eat honey. That's about it. They really don't do much else to help with the bees. So queens kind of will slow down on their egg laying through wintertime. Winter bees are going to be born that will carry the colony through winter. A lot of these are spring bees. These are older foraging bees that, sorry, I just had a yellow jacket land on my veil here. These are spring bees that will be dying off probably soon. The reason that they look so dark, I didn't realize this, is because they lose all of their fluff and their kind of like their little fur that you'll see some newer bees have, or even like sometimes you see them on bumblebees. Kind of the same type of idea. They have that kind of fluff and fur on them that gets worn off on them as they get older. So foraging bees are the oldest bees in the hive. Foraging bees, you know, obviously have gone through all of the other stages. Some of them are nanny bees, some of them are undertakers, where they carry out dead bees. Some of them are attendant bees, where they will attend to the queen, you know, and after they've passed certain stages, then they become foragers. And then they just work for the hive. And foraging bees actually even have a lot of shredded wings you'll see on them. So after a while, they just kind of, their little bodies wear out, and then they just pass away. So sad, but that is the life cycle of a bee, and that's kind of how they work. That's how God and nature intended to make them. So anyway, so just trying to leave on a happy note. I still have one very good healthy hive, keeping a very close eye on this for all of the foragers and all of the yellow jackets, just to make sure we don't have a second repeat of losing another hive. That would be entirely devastating. So unfortunately, all hive number 1, that one is gone. No bees in there, and sad day, but I guess it happens. A couple other people in our bee club have lost both of their hives at the same time because they had a really bad infestation of yellow jackets. So even with careful planning and careful observation, sometimes it just doesn't work out. So anyway, that's it for today. Gonna wrap things up and call it a day, and we'll talk at you guys later. So I have this. I'm gonna go put these in, put this in the other hive and see if we can't catch some yellow jackets, kill them off. Okay, so here we go. So this was the plan. So we got some of this glue strip stuff. There's a bee that's in the glue strip. Not what I wanted, but anyway, all of these yellow jackets that are in this hive are gonna get stuck to the glue strip. So I'll go in there hopefully and have a whole bunch of yellow jackets that I'll have to clean out, but you can kind of see them inside the opening here. If I wait long enough, it's full. It's full of yellow jackets in there. So anyway, so at least my last final parting on making me feel better is that all these yellow jackets are gonna die.